It seems there are three camps when it comes to the COVID-19 vaccine: those who will, those who won't, and those who are on the fence. Some people still have questions, and as misinformation spreads, some public health experts believe the government may have already missed its chance to educate Canadians about vaccine safety. Epidemiologist Raywat Deonandan says we should already have a national public awareness campaign in place. He's our guest this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Anne-Marie.
Well, throughout the pandemic, and specifically regarding vaccines, the burden of educating the public on safety and effectiveness seems to have fallen on health experts like yourself outside of the government. Why is it important that the government take the reins on this one?
Government has the resources, the reach, the authority to do this. What government doesn't have right now is the trust. There is a crisis of trust in this country, trust in government, trust in media, trust in scientists, and that has to be overcome with a concerted effort and campaign built around transparency. And right now it's pretty critical because we're going to run up against severe vaccine hesitancy at some point in the vaccine rollout campaign, and we have to overcome that if we're going to reach herd immunity. So education is critical, and an all hands on deck approach, I think, is what's needed.
There's the argument that awareness campaigns should already have been in place because the vaccine's here. Is it too late?
It's never too late. It's never too late. Absolutely not. What's needed is an interactive approach. So on social media, I'm asked questions by the general public every day simple questions really around the basic science. And it's not really my job. I don't get paid for this, but I'm happy to do it. And lots of other scientists are doing it as well, like Tara Moriarty at U of T, who offers free Zoom sessions for people who want to ask questions about the vaccines. So what's needed again is a process by which people can ask questions of those who have the answers and get them back, hopefully anonymous questions. Government can facilitate that through a number of avenues. A simple website is a start, a podcast is better, a video series and so forth. So there are tools we have not yet tried to address this issue.
What's the problem with the way that they're doing it now?
Well, they're not really doing it now, that's the first thing. To the extent that they are doing it, various provinces have websites up that have an FAQ, they frequently ask questions, and that's okay. A lot of people aren't web savvy, first of all. Second of all, sometimes your question isn't there. And sometimes you don't trust an anonymous or a computer to give you an answer. You want a face. In Germany, Christian Drosten, the doctor who runs their COVID response, has a regular podcast where he addresses a lot of things in a personable way. So he's an accessible, authoritative figure. So that level of accessibility to put a face on the issue can help a lot. And using the new technologies like podcasts and TikTok videos and so forth would help a lot too. I think what's needed is for there to be an avenue for people to submit questions and get responses to their particular issues.
Dr. Deonandan, what concerns you the most around vaccine hesitancy and COVID-19?
What concerns me is the inability to reach herd immunity if enough people don't get vaccinated and if the right people don't get vaccinated. So there's some really vulnerable people, the elderly, people in remote settings, indigenous, so forth, that really need immunity and who are hesitant because of misinformation. It's a difficult job because misinformation appears to be weaponized and well-funded.
And combating that well-funded and well-organized campaign on the other side is what you are trying to fight against.
Absolutely. It's a losing battle because we're not as well-funded or as well-organized or even anticipated that there would be this battle. It's astonishing to me that we have to convince people that a real thing is a real thing and have to fight against all this incredible amounts of noise. So this also underlines the need to reinvest in science literacy across the board. I think going forward, the next few years, we can create a more resilient population by empowering them with information and education.
Dr. Deonandan, you bring up some really great points. And thank you for going out of your way. I know it's not in your job description, but I know that you're passionate about what you believe in. So thanks for taking time to answer questions both on social media and coming on here today.
Thank you very much.
All right, stay with us after the break. From Lady Gaga to J-Lo, the full lineup of who will be performing at tomorrow's inauguration.